morning. People still connecting, and we're getting the broadcast going over on YouTube. So we'll get started here in just a moment. There we go. All right, welcome everyone. My name is Valerie Lewis, and this is Magical Monday Manifestation. Like we've got some people still trying to join. Great, awesome. We come together every Monday morning. It is free to join us. You can find us if you're watching us on YouTube. You can find the Zoom link if you want to join us live on my meetup group, and that is called Toronto Unicorns and Coffee over on Meetup. However, I strongly urge you, everyone, to, yes, you can find my meetings, my events for now on Meetup, but in 2 short months, 2.5 months, I will be moving off the Meetup platform. So I strongly encourage you to follow me on my new platform. Those links are already dropped in chat over there. Thank you, Jacqueline. The new platform is wap.com /Valerie-Lewis. So you can find the events in either one of those places. I strongly encourage you to follow me on wap.com. Let's see, what announcements do I have before we get into the readings this morning? I have 3 events coming up this week. One is tonight, in which it's not actually my event, but I am a guest speaker on Kendara Laurel's event called Psychic Development on her platform, Denver Metaphysical Group, I believe is the platform, Denver Metaphysical Group. And it's also posted on the Awkwardly Zen site. It's a psychic development. We talk a little bit about some things that might help you with your psychic development, and then we go into a practice session. So I'm doing that tonight, 7 p.m. Central Time. Y'all convert it for yourself. Oh, there we had a question right there. 7 p.m. Central Time, y'all convert it for yourself. That's tonight. If you are in my membership, which I'm going to talk about real quick, if you're in my membership, that's this Thursday. Hold on, y'all. Is it Thursday? Jacqueline's telling me it's Thursday. If you're in my membership, it is not Thursday. It's Friday. This Friday, the 25th.
At 1 p.m.
1 p.m. Central Time. Yeah, convert it for yourself. I do see some members of my membership here. And that is your monthly free for you because you're paying members to attend where you get gallery style readings, which means you will receive a one-on-one reading in a group setting from yours truly. And if you're like, oh my God, I want to do that, y'all, we do that every month. Every month they get a day where they get to come in and get psychic readings from me one-on-one in a group setting. All you have to do is join the membership, and you can do that again on the wap.com platform. Very, very reasonable prices. So I do want to tell you all that because I haven't posted it yet. My other events are this Saturday. Ooh, I got a lot, y'all. On Saturday, October 26th at 11 a.m. Central Time is the monthly interstellar energy healing session. That has been changed. It's been reformatted. It is still all of the great healing and energy work that you are used to receiving. It's just expanded a little bit, where I start off with any channeled messages and any group messages for the collective from the energy source that I channel that healing from. And then we get into the healing. I plan to go a little bit deeper on the healing and expand that session. So that's why I've changed the formatting. Again, if you are a member on the highest level, Caffeinated Co-Creators, you get that session for free. What? For free, yes. If you're not a member, it's just $22 to join that energy session. So much great feedback from that energy session, actual changes and benefits from that. That is called Interstellar Energy Session. You can find that on my meetup calendar. Again, that's 11 a.m. Saturday, the 26th. And then later in the afternoon, Saturday, the 26th at 3 p.m. is my mediumship online event. Now, in the past, I want to make sure everyone's listening. In the past, when I did these mediumship events, I did them as gallery readings, which means everyone paid a fee to enter, and maybe you got a reading, maybe you didn't. That's gallery style reading. I am shifting that and changing that. So this Saturday at 3 p.m., again, Central Time. It is limited to 10 people. It is a mediumship group reading, group setting. But if you pay in order to get a reading, you will get a personal reading. So that is why it's limited to only 10 people. Whoever grabs those spots available will get a personal reading in a group setting. That is my mediumship online event this Saturday. The description's in the write-up. If you have any questions about any of the events or anything I ever say, you can always reach out to me at Tarot Unicorns Coffee, Tarot Unicorns, plural, coffee at gmail.com. That's my email address. All right. Enough of the housekeeping. Let's get into today's reading. So, Magical Money Manifestations, we get messages from Spirit. We use the cards, Tarot, and also Oracle cards. And I let Spirit weave its messages in between and throughout the card reading. I've got all my decks for my Halloween reading still on my desk. So let me clear my desk a little bit. And we use those messages from Spirit to help us create our lives as the creators that we are, not just respond to our lives. But if you are still just responding to your life, it still helps. It still helps. If you're still in that, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, and what do you mean I can create my life? Just tell me how to get through this week, Valerie. The messages still help. So wherever you are on your spiritual journey, life journey, I'm sure Spirit will have some messages for you today. So go ahead and focus yourself in, settle yourself in for today's reading. Send those asks, those questions, those desires, those how do I do this, even those what the fuck questions out to the universe. As you center in and send those questions out, I will tune in and make sure we're all connected for this time and space, whatever time and space means to you. It's mostly irrelevant from the non-physical side. So no matter when you are watching this recording, this will be relevant to you. And when you're done, being as specific as you can be about what you would like to receive feedback, information, guidance on, release that. Stop asking and get ready to receive, listen, allow. That's generally how conversations work. You don't talk the whole time. You talk, then you listen. Then you talk some more, then you listen. So we're going to talk as we set the groundwork for what messages we want to receive, and then we're going to listen. Can't ask and receive at the same time. They are two very different energies. All right. Now, as I tune into the energy of the collective, I'm going to ask Spirit, what do we need to know this week to guide us forward? I am starting with Tarot, and the Tarot deck that I'm pulling from is the Light Seers Tarot. Don't often pull from this deck. During session, I pull from it a lot for myself. The Light Seers Tarot. I find that this is a very intuitive deck. I recommend it for anyone who is trying to learn Tarot, teach themselves Tarot. I find it to be intuitive. And then, of course, you can branch out and find other decks that resonate with you. All right. I am only pulling 4 cards this week. I don't know why. That's just what I feel drawn to do. So we've got 4 Tarot cards. And the first one, of course, let me highlight myself so y'all can see. Of course, it's the 5 of Swords. I'm saying, of course, because I woke up this morning with more questions than answers. I've been doing, I don't know if you would call it a deep dive. I've really been trying to understand a particular concept. And in that understanding, the deeper I dive, the more questions come up. It's like I go in for one answer and I come out with 5 questions. And I'm like, okay. And I go in with 5 questions and I come out with 15 questions. So this is my essential oil that I'm spraying to make sure I'm in the right mood. So 5 of Swords makes a lot of sense for me. Not necessarily confusion is not how it's showing up, just like challenges, mental thought challenges, which for me are manifesting in the form of questions. So 5 of Swords. I'm going to go to the book on this one. because I happen to like her interpretation of this card, and I have forgotten the specific nuances. I just remember I like it. So let me find it. Five of Swords, the key words are conflict, unfair advantage, experiencing loss, the need to build your skills and your confidence. That's a nice one. The need to build your skills and your confidence, hollow victories. The message, you may have experienced an unexpected loss that has left you a little bit sore. Sometimes life isn't, hmm, sometimes life isn't fair. And these inequities can drain our energy for much longer than they need to. Often, it's the fear of failure that does most of the draining. If you are feeling outsmarted or outjousted, remember that one chapter doesn't define you. Wins and losses are both a part of the human experience, and the keys to self improvement lie dormant inside the difficulties. Boost your consciousness, upgrade your skills, and build on this experience. In Shadow, we learn that winning isn't everything, especially when deceit is part of the strategy. The obsessive desire to win can have us stopping at nothing to feel victorious. And in this long run, we risk everything we've built along the way. You may find yourself a few steps backwards after winning if you are not bringing your integrity to the game. And the affirmation is, the lessons move me ahead always. I want you to think a little bit about that word winning, because in the text, win is italicized. And for me, that means really think about what that word means for you. It's not all about competition. What does win and success mean for you? And are you sacrificing in order to win when you don't need to? Maybe winning isn't the goal. Maybe just experiencing life for life's sake is the goal. And this idea that we have to win at something is pushing us, causing us to feel drained, causing our energy to not be used in the best way because we're so focused on winning that we're missing the experience of life. So think about winning, what winning means to you, and what have you been willing to sacrifice to win? And are you ready to give that up to just experience life, or to just say, maybe winning's not so important in this scenario. Maybe I am losing sight of what's really important. Just some thoughts to ponder. Five of Swords for me, as I apply that message, I'll just give you a little bit. As I apply that message to me, I think the only way I could apply that message to the constant questions, like I go in with one question and I come out with more questions, the way I could apply that is maybe it's not about finding the solution. When they're talking about winning and they're putting it in parentheses, maybe for me, if I applied that same message that came through from Spirit, maybe the winning for me is not about finding the solution. Maybe it's about the joy of having the abundance of these questions, the joy of being able to have a mind that can hold these big, what is the universe about questions, and can also find my way through thinking them through, even if I never come up with a solution. For me, because I'm very intellectually based, sometimes the fun is just thinking it through. So maybe that's a little sign for me, like, stop going so hard for the solution and just enjoy all of the thoughts and all of the information that's coming to you along the way. I feel like the solution is still there, but I feel like if I focus so much on the solution, I miss all of the other information that's coming to me as I keep getting more questions and more questions. It's like if I go in with one question and I'm sitting in meditation and I come out with five more questions and I'm like, forget those questions, then I'm missing the point, because each one of those questions has value. And if I'm so focused on only getting the answer to my original question, then I'm missing the point. And I think that's kind of the point of the Five of Swords. All right, so we go right from the Five of Swords to the King of Cups. Divine masculine energy. Divine masculine energy is the actionary, that I have the information, I've received the information, now what do I do with it? And we have King of Cups. Cups represents emotions, and in this case, this represents, let's get the shine off of it. This represents emotional mastery. intuitive mastery, because cups water also represents intuition, emotions, spiritual connection. And it looks like he's exhibiting all of that. He's got his heart space radiating. He's got that crown of water levitating over his head. He looks like he's at peace, which means he's in emotional peace, but it's also his eyes are closed. So maybe he's also spiritually connected in this moment. He seems as if he is floating on the surface of the water, not disturbing the ocean life, or it's floating around him. His cup is floating. He seems very at peace and very calm, very in flow. He's achieved mastery over his emotions, mastery over his spiritual connection, and mastery over being able to listen and be guided intuitively. How did we achieve that mastery? Is this an image of someone who's got tools in his hand and he's working really hard and he's sweating and he's wiping his brow? Is that how we achieve mastery, through hard work? Doesn't look like that's what this is representing. Mastery is achieved by being at peace, by being calm, by being centered with oneself. That's what I think that's representing. Let's see what the affirmation for this card is. Don't think I'm going to read the whole definition, but I do want to see what the affirmation is. King of Cups. My heart holds deep wisdom and love, and I use it to connect and lead. Love it. Maybe I will read a little bit. He softens his gaze and reaches for his singing bowl. When something unexpected comes into the King of Cups awareness, something that may shake another person's composure and send them into a state of stress or anger, he regulates his emotional state with his mature, practiced, meditative energy, finding the sweet spot between the empathetic heart and intelligent mind is the key to this successful leadership style. I like it. So again, it's that inner peace and calm, that's settling himself, regulating his self, his emotions, because he knows how to do that, and we know how to do that. We know how to regulate our emotions, and through whatever reason it was trained out of us, we came into this world as a newborn, automatically, not having to be taught, automatically knowing how to regulate ourselves. Think about that. We weren't released from the hospital until we could regulate our own temperature. And that's not something the nurses had to teach us. We just did it. It's something that's innate to us. We regulate our temperature. We regulate our emotions easily as a child until we are raised by parents who want us to stop screaming, and then they tell us to stop screaming, and then we start repressing shit, and here we are now as an adult. But when we were newborns, we absolutely knew how to regulate our emotions. We absolutely knew how to regulate our temperature, our flow, everything. It was all natural. All right. Speaking of regulation, next up is 11, Major Arcana Justice. How can you bring balance back into your life? Like this artist's depiction, twofold duality in all senses of the word, a dark-haired maiden on the top, a fair-haired maiden on the bottom, even though that is a reflection. Who is the true you? Where is the balance? A double-handed sword? It's not even it is a double-edged sword, but also two handles to the same sword. Where is the balance? Where's the balance in your life? Are you trying to find balance? Have you found it and you're trying to maintain it? Do you not even know what balance feels like anymore because your life is so topsy-turvy? Balance to me is always represented by the Justice card, even though the theme of the card is justice. Let's see what the book says. Natural law, balance, karma, truth, wisdom, legal matters, fairness, cause and effect, integrity, objectivity, perspective, and accountability. Perspective, that one jumped out at me. Your balance or imbalance can almost always be resolved by a shift in perspective. The I just lost the word completely. What's the word I'm looking for? The affirmation. Good Lord, the affirmation. My good karma is delightfully loving, and it can be the most motivating of teachers. Justice asks you to learn from past experiences, the good, the bad, and the fugly. Take it all in and grow from it. This energy is not about perfection, but about fairness and honesty. It highlights clarity of motivation and intention, and it asks you to be realistic about the cause and effect of your thoughts and actions. Realistic about the cause and effects of your thoughts and actions. That is card number 11, Justice. And then last up, we have the Knight of Wands, the message of the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is such a powerful card for me because Wands is fire. Wands, the entire suit of Wands is all about action. And then we have the Knight, which is the actionary of the court cards. So we have action in action, fire in action, Knight in action, action in action. This could not be a more motivational card. And look at the joy she has. What action is Spirit asking us to embark upon? That action of doing all the things we don't want to do to get to a reward that somebody said maybe we can get to if we do all the things we don't want to do. No, this action is joyful. It's playful. Look, the horse in the background is even playing, is even dancing. Follow your joy. How many times have I said that? So many times that you are sick of hearing it. I know you are, because you can't find your joy, and you don't. And hearing "follow your joy" from a place of not being able to find your joy is irritating as fuck. I know. I know. Does that change the message? Nope. Follow your joy. That's the message. The Knight of Wands, action in action. She's joyfully playing along. She's joyfully finding her passion, finding her inspiration, and then following that. In the pursuit of the imagined, I manifest this fire with the infectious feelings of inspiration. That's the affirmation. What have you been dreaming about? The Knight of Wands gallops in and out of your reading with messages of adventure, of impulsivity, and of bravely pursuing the things that inspire you the most. Of pursuing the things that inspire you the most? No. Bravely pursuing the things that inspire you the most. Why would you have to be brave to pursue the things that inspire you the most? I don't know. Why are you not pursuing the things that inspire you the most? That's the better question. Because I can tell y'all right now that if you are not living every moment of your life like this, and I don't know many humans who are, I know a lot of humans who spend the majority of their life like this, but not everyone who spends every moment of their life like this. So if you're spending the majority of your life like this, bravo, kudos. But when you're not, it involves some amount of bravery to overcome whatever you have put on your path, whatever lies, whatever restrictions, whatever limiting beliefs. It calls for some amount of bravery to step forward and say, in this moment, I'm going to follow my passion. In this moment, I'm going to bravely follow my passion, bravely follow my inspiration. Because if I'm not brave about it, I'm just not going to do it. So I think that's the message of this. There are so many things that we keep ourselves from. Allow spontaneity into your choices and gift yourself the freedom to shift your reality to match your desires. It's okay to crave new things and run with the wind when you're feeling charged up about an idea. Go with it. Why do we stop ourselves? Why do we do that? Oh, I don't have time. I have an appointment at 3:00. This thing that's so inspiring to me right now in this moment is going to take me at least until 6:00 this afternoon. So no, not going to do it today. That's why we don't do it. Because we've lied to ourselves and told ourselves we have to do the things that we don't want to do because we committed to them. We told somebody we would. We said we were going to do it. It's in our benefit to go to that doctor appointment. If I cancel it and do something more spontaneous, it's going to take me 5 more months to get in with the doctor. Whatever that looks like in your life, what would happen if you just went for it? What would happen if you truly followed your inspiration, your creativity in every moment? Be a lot of canceled appointments, be a lot of people getting fired from their jobs, right? Because I know some of you are like, yeah, this is not my excitement. Be a lot of people not paying the bill collectors. But what's on the other side of all of that? Some of us will never know because some of us will never be brave enough to follow our excitement, which has been laid out to us again and again and again, not by me, but by spirit. And so many different teachers, Abraham Hicks, Bashar, Jane Roberts, all of them, follow your excitement, follow your excitement. And we say, okay, I will, but only when I have time for it. Let me find time on my calendar to do that. Because all these other times and all these other commitments, no, I'm not going to follow my excitement. I'm going to pay my bills and I'm going to go to work and I'm going to have an argument with my spouse and I'm going to yell at my kids for not cleaning up and I'm going to get frustrated when I go to the grocery store. And yeah, but between 2 and 4 on Thursday afternoon, maybe I'll follow my excitement. And then you ask yourself, how do I manifest the life of my dreams? And Spirit is like, I have told y'all, I don't know how else to tell you. Bravely follow that inspiration. What would your life look like if you said fuck it to the society's construct of what you should be doing? And if you truly followed your excitement, something for you to ponder on this beautiful Monday morning. All right, so and that is actually what I've been pondering. That is those when I go in with one question, what would it look like to truly follow my excitement? And I come back out with 5 more. How are my bills going to get paid? What about the community I've set up? What about this and this and this? Yeah, yeah, I know, I get it. But that's the message that again and again and again keeps coming through for myself and also for the collective. We keep asking and we keep getting the answer and we keep coming up with excuses why that can't possibly be the answer. Can't possibly be that easy. That sounds like destruction. That doesn't sound like it's going to lead me where I want to go. And Spirit's like, well, I don't know what else to tell you. You keep doing what you're doing then. Keep doing what you're doing and see how that turns out. And most of us do. And most of us do. All right. So that is Tarot. Where else should we go? Divine Circus. Divine Circus is where we're going for oracle cards. And now that we are into the oracle card portion, if you feel so moved, put your questions over in chat, please. If you have a burning question, something that you would like Spirit to answer that didn't feel like it got addressed from the tarot cards. If Spirit directs me to it, if I'm called to it, we will try to focus in on that energy. Divine Circus, what card? Crown of the Butterfly Bambini. Crown of the Butterfly Bambini, number 31. Crown of the Butterfly Bambini. Don't think I've pulled that one before, so I do not know the message of it. I'll read the italicized portion. Just as nature imbues the butterfly with an innate ability for radical transformation, so too do you have natural instincts within, guiding you to grow in dramatic, utterly life-changing ways. Progress is your perfection. Growth is your attainment. Do you shun what you have been or mistakes you have made? Or instead, do you wear your ability for manifestation as a sacred crown of power? So she's wearing her transformation, her butterfly as a crown of power. These are all the things I've been through, and these are all the ways it's transformed me, good, bad, and fugly. And I'm wearing it as my crown of power. Transformation is an ability and art of sacred power. It requires an ability to go through the death of an old self to be reborn again. That death might be of an identity, of a lifestyle or career, or an inner sense of self that no longer seems enough to truly reflect who you are becoming. That's the first paragraph. I'm skipping around a little bit. Are you willing to let go of what you have known, who you have been, without judging it, except to understand that you are outgrowing your past and becoming your future in this very moment? That takes great courage, whilst flexibility of mind allows you to believe there are other possibilities in this life beyond what you have already experienced. Skipping a little bit again, this is the last paragraph. Don't dream small dreams. Don't dream small dreams, for you are capable of far more dramatic and colorful creations. You have within you the ability to become a creature so wildly beautiful and free that you probably cannot even envision what it would look like and feel like at this time. All you can do is trust in the magnificence of what you are becoming, the expression of the transformational intelligence and power within you. Do you think that caterpillar knows, even if it's seen butterflies before, do you think that caterpillar knows specifically what its own beauty will become in that transformation process? I don't think so. I think it has an idea, because again, it's seen butterflies before, but I don't think it fully knows how beautiful it will look once it's fully transformed, and more so, how free it will feel once it can fly. I don't think it fully knows, even if it knows, yeah, I'm going to have some pretty badass, beautiful wings. Once it first unfurls those wings and spreads them out and can look at those wings and can take flight, I don't think it fully knows what that is ever going to feel like. And I don't think we fully know until we experience it. I think the only way we can get to that experience is to be willing to go through the transformation without knowing fully what the end result will be, but just trusting it's going to be something beautiful. So, here's an affirmation. It is safe for me to embrace who I am becoming, a creature so beautiful, wild, and free. There's a question. Why does fear and anxiety keep popping up with such a tight hold in my life? And then some of the message that was received from Crown of the Butterfly Bambini looks like that's helped answer some of that, letting go of who we have been, ego, death, to become who we want without judgment. Fear and anxiety keep popping up with such a tight hold in my life. One reason, this is from Spirit, not from me, one reason is because that has been your norm for so long that that is comfortable for you. Imagine that. Imagine being in pain being a source of comfort because that is what you know. And the unknown being pain-free. And the unknown being love. If being unloved has been your status quo for so long in your life, then it feels almost foreign to be loved. So if anxiety and fear have been something that has been in your life for quite some time, it doesn't really have a tight hold on you so much as your brain, your energy, everything says this is comfortable. At least I know what to expect when I'm anxious. At least I know what fear feels like. That idea of not being fearful, that idea of being relaxed, that's what feels foreign to me. So when you feel that, and then you default back to fear and anxiety, that's you just saying, oh, feels comfortable here. So the challenge, the bravery is how can I stay in that unknown long enough for that unknown to become my new place of comfort? It's a journey. It's a journey, it's a practice. All right, let's see what other decks can we go to. I'm going to go to Cosmic Journey Oracle, because I haven't gone to this one in a while. Cosmic Journey Oracle. Man, I haven't gone to this one in quite a while. This is by Yannick Silver. There's also a journal that goes along with this. I've seen the journal. I don't own the journal, but the journal is pretty cool too. I'm going to read the inside cover of the box. This is Oracle. You keep coming back over and over again to what you love, just with new wisdom at every turn and new expressions from your heart path. And that's in a little, I love vortex symbols. That's my new jam. Vortex symbols, swirly swirls. Yeah, see, I've done it in my jewelry. I've made little vortexes. That's been my jam of late. Ooh, looks like two cards from this deck. I went to pull one and it was like, no, we're both coming with you. First one, you will only see the way by making the way. Card number 38, you will only see the way by making the way. It looks like an explorer from way back when. I can see him traveling on a steamboat to some jungle, making his way through the jungle on an expedition. I'm sorry, what? Did you say something, Jacqueline?
Oh, sorry, just that someone has written in there. What deck is this one?
Oh, this is the Cosmic Journey Oracle by Yannick Silver, the Cosmic Journey Oracle.
Thank you.
And this is called a journaling guidebook, so it does give you journaling prompts. So card number 38, you will only see the way by making the way. There are no more well-marked trails to travel anymore. All institutions, organizations, and establishments are in a state of creative destruction. Ooh, I really like that phrase. And how amazing that is like, that's speaking to our time right now here in the United States. Well, actually worldwide, in a state of creative destruction. I really like that. The safe route or the right way to build your life, your resume, your business is over and done. If you've received this card, it's time now for you to walk the pathless path, leading with love. Rejoice! Exclamation point. What a time and space to be alive, taking part in nudging forward the next era of evolving human consciousness. You volunteered to be a torchbearer, leaving guideposts for others as you move ahead with joy as your GPS. You can see the way only by making the way. There's that hint. Now it alluded to the fact, how do we get forward? How do we find our way through this pathless path? Joy as your GPS. We just spent a long bit of time talking about follow your joy, follow your passion. And many of you said, I will later. This is how it's saying how we get ahead. You can see the way only by making the way. Cosmic Catalyst, or a question for you. What did I volunteer for down here in service of evolving myself and the world? It's going to be personal to everyone. There is no right answer. The cosmic checkbox, which is the little activity thing you can do. Oh, I like this one. Get lost on purpose. I just talked about this one back in my intuition. Get lost on purpose. Turn off your phone and simply allow yourself to wander in a new area freely. Now, this one is not about using your intuition to help you find your way back. This one is just about allowing yourself to get lost, to not have GPS, to not have any connection, and to explore and wander freely. How many of you got a huge wave of anxiety thinking of just doing that? And how many of you thought, oh my God, that would be so freeing and so exhilarating? No matter where you are on that spectrum, try it. Try it and see and report back and see how that does for you. It'll be an adventure. And then I said, we got two cards from this deck, and this one's all purple. Whoop, whoop. 23. See through the perfectly purple lens of your galactic destiny. Look at those Venn diagrams. Vesica Pisces, I believe, is the spiritual term for those little intersecting circles. 23. You've just been given new vision. Don your purple glasses of galactic destiny and envision anew. From this new perspective, you are able to see what others cannot. I think that's like seeing the pathless path. I think both of these cards work really well together. Everything happening now is filtered through the purple lens of your highest service for you and those around you. Every seeming obstacle is there to steer you forward on your true path. Think about that for a minute, because that just totally reframed obstacles. Every seeming obstacle is there to steer you forward on your true path. Each encounter, chance meeting, or random resource has a purple tint to it so you can identify that it is just for you. It's like having X-ray glasses on to see the connections, threads, and perfect patterns of the cosmic tapestry being woven in front of your eyes. Cosmic Catalyst, which is a question for yourself. Wearing my purple glasses of galactic destiny, what do I see differently now? And it says, mime putting on glasses before you write the answer, or grab a special pair of glasses to transform your vision. I would say now would be a really good time to run out and try to find some special pairs of glasses because it's Halloween. There's lots of costume glasses. I'm sure you could pick up a pair of tinted glasses even at the Dollar Tree to play around with this idea of truly putting yourself in a position where you can see the world differently, and then asking yourself metaphorically, rhetorically, what am I seeing differently? How can I shift my perspective of what's in front of me? Oh, cosmic checkbox. Well, I should have just kept reading because it suggests doing just that. Buy or create a pair of purple glasses to wear anytime you need to see differently. You can draw or paint glasses or be ambitious and craft some glasses with knickknacks lying around the house. Ooh, that sounds like fun. Should we have a purple lens craft session where we all come together and make glasses? I think that would be fun. All right, so those are the two cards from Cosmic Journey Oracle. I feel like these are very much lining up with messages for the collective, but also messages in line with the when are we going to listen? Spirit's been telling us the same thing since the beginning of creation. When are we going to listen? When are we going to truly shift and change and decide to take that pathless path to create our own lives, regardless of what anybody else is creating with their lives? When are we going to listen? Let's see, the next deck I'm going to go to is 22 Archangel. Ooh, so much shine. 22 Archangels Oracle from Kyle Gray. Let's see. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything over in the chat. I don't think I am. Jacqueline says I'm not. Jacqueline did. Oh, wait. Oh, that's a new quote. Let's see. I think that the meaning of that dream is, oh, we got a card that popped out. I think the meaning of that dream is going to be personal to you. I can give you a couple of questions that might prompt you along to finding the meaning of that dream. And for those of you watching the recording, I'm answering a question over in chat about someone being visited by a deceased loved one during a dream and wondering what the meaning of that dream is. Cooking, I would say there's relevance in cooking. Ask yourself what is in the stage of being created in your life. Cooking is a creation of some sort. Maybe even asking yourself if you know what was being cooked, if that gives you any clues. Was the person in the stage of adding the main ingredients? Were they in the stage of seasoning it? Were they in the stage of everything's in the pot and we're just waiting for it to be done? That might give you a couple of clues. The part of asking how long it would take for the meal to be finished, and they replied in a few minutes. I think that's relevant too, because I think that means whatever is about to come in is very much there and almost ready. And so it's just up to you to be ready to receive it. Have you set the table? Have you set the table? Maybe that's something to ask yourself as well. Are you in preparation of the meal, or are you hovering, looking in the pot like when is it going to be ready? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there? Or are you in preparation and expectation that it's going to be a wonderful meal and you're off setting the table, washing your hands, lighting the candles, whatever you need to do? Um, those are questions that are coming to me from spirit to ask yourself to give you more insight in that. Um, the fact that this individual was looking at you lovingly and smiling seems like whatever choice you came to on your own of what you were ready for, or what you were being guided towards receiving into your life, there seems to be approval because they're smiling at you lovingly. So this card from 22 Archangel is called Faith, Moving Mountains. Trust in your ability to create miracles. The impossible is becoming possible. I feel like these are a lot of very aligned messages. Faith is part of the Holy Trinity of angels alongside and hope, supporting the upgrade of humanity. She is the divine counterpart of Archangel Michael and is therefore associated with righteousness, justice, we had the justice card, protection, and power. Her personal mission is to help us develop a trusting bond with our higher power so that we can live a life that's filled with purpose. Faith. A trusting bond with our higher power. Individual. Who is your higher power and do you trust it? The message. You may be feeling that your prayers aren't being heard, but this is not true. Your prayers have been heard loud and clear, and prayer has the power to move mountains. So accept what is rightfully yours. Faith is here to help you move beyond any limiting beliefs and doubts you may have about God or your ability to be helped. She will help you unlock a state of worthiness so that you can call in and experience the miracles you deserve. Feel the way you would if what you're asking for was already yours. This will call in the energies of manifestation. Also, keep your vibes high by focusing on service, being fully present in your relationships, and continually focusing on what you are grateful for. That will magnetize miracles to you. Angels are here to hold you as you shift your way of thinking. Know that prayer isn't about hoping the future delivers the answer. It's about knowing the answer you need is already here. I'm going to read that one more time. Prayer isn't about hoping that the future delivers the answer. It's about knowing the answer you need is already here. Healing happens today, not tomorrow. If you are seeing signs at this time, this is the angel's way of telling you that you are on the right track. What a beautiful message. All right, where are we at with time? We have 6 more minutes. What other messages do you have for us, Spirit? Let's go to Oracle of the Unicorns. Let's talk to my unicorn friends. Oracle of the Unicorn. I'm going to be a unicorn for Halloween this year. And some of you have already seen that costume earlier this year. I cannot wait to go trick-or-treating with my grandkids wearing that costume. There's also going to be a trunk or treat at the school earlier that day. And you best believe I'm going to show up. And I've already worn it to the school once, but just in walking my grandkids to school. Anyway, I don't know why I started talking about, I know why, because I'm pulling from Oracle of the Unicorns and I'm going to be a unicorn. So I get to wear the costume twice, once for trunk or treat to make all the kids happy, and then again, trick-or-treating that night. I'm going to get a lot of wear and tear out of that costume. Oracle of the Unicorns. Our card is Sanctuary. Sanctuary. Look at that full moon. We just had a full moon and the little firefly. Firefly. I wonder what the metaphysical meaning of fireflies is, because my eye went straight to that firefly after the moon. And I don't know that I've ever even noticed that before. All right, sanctuary. In the small print, it says take time out from the world, spend more time alone, meditate, or go on retreat. In the expanded message, your soul is craving time away from the noise and distraction of this busy world so that you can hear your inner guidance and feel at peace. This wise unicorn is telling you it is time to withdraw. Withdraw in whatever way feels comfortable for you. This could mean spending more time in meditation each morning to set positive energies for your day. It may mean going on a silent retreat or finding a quiet place in nature for a day or a weekend. It could be that you need to spend less time socializing and more time listening to the whispers of your heart. You may have just ended a relationship, and rather than rushing out to find a new partner, you are being invited to be single for a while. So, see, it could mean many different things depending on where you are in your path. Your conscious mind wants you to do things and be with people so it can stay busy and feel safe. It will try to convince you that you are missing out, FOMO, or that you won't get things done if you pause. You're not going to get all those things done on your to-do list if you take time out to just sit. However, there is magic in silence and solitude. It gives you space to slow down, reconnect, breathe deeply, and get grounded. Sanctuary helps you to gain clarity on what your next steps are beyond everyone else's opinion of what you should be doing. It can connect you with divine guidance and help you to receive inspired ideas that will help you move forward. Take time out to create this sanctuary around you and enjoy a period of peace and quiet. What a beautiful message to end on. All right, so that was our final message. A few more moments. I just want to remind you once again, if you're interested in any of my offerings, most of them have been put over in the chat. One that I didn't mention, and I will mention for the sake of the recording, is that my October special. I feel like I blinked and we're already almost done with October. But the October special is 25% off my year ahead reading. Year ahead readings are always popular towards the end of the year. You get a full look at your upcoming year, 2025, or whatever you want those 12 months to look at. I pull a card for each month, and then we go back and we pull an oracle card for each quarter. And of course, you know me, Spirit weaves this message in. It is a very long and in-depth reading. It takes up to an hour and a half to get through that whole reading. I'm not just pulling a card saying, okay, Four of Wands is your February, let's move on. We're really digging in and talking about what that looks like, especially specific to you. Let's say in 2025, I plan on getting married and having a baby. Okay, we're going to pull those cards and get messages around what's actually going on in your life for the year ahead. And until the 31st, you get 25% off. If you are in the membership, okay, so the 25% off is going to be the best deal that you're going to get off of that. But if you're in the membership, did you know that as a caffeinated co-creator, you get 20% off my sessions and my courses all the time? And that's the $44 a month level. For just $22 a month, did you know you get 10% off all of my readings and all of my courses all the time? That's those savings stack up, in addition to getting special discounts on merchandise, special discounts on courses or events that are paid events, and special discounts on other things that I put out there during the year. So please go check out the membership. Very affordable pricing. But wait, there's more. I'm also going to throw in a 2-for-1, but no. I would be really good at infomercials, y'all. Somebody needs to hire me to do a couple of infomercials. All right. That's all I've got for you. Please take these messages that Spirit has delivered, so powerful, so meaningful, and help them to help you to manifest the life that you want. And the last thing I want to say is that one statement is really staying out to me when it says, dream, not small dreams. It's time for us to dream big. It's time for us to call in those magical lives that we've heard other people living. It's our time to live those lives. So use this information and any information that you're getting personally from Spirit to truly start creating on that level. Next level shit, y'all. We're ready for it. Who's ready for it? I'm ready for it. All right. Love you all. See you back next week.